When the facts bend reality, this is beyond plausible.
New Zealand is a vivid testament to the magnificence of creation amidst the vast ocean, where nature has formed an isolated land, where life has developed uniquely and remained undisturbed by external factors for millennia. In this natural sanctuary, bird species found nowhere else in the world have developed remarkably. Every small corner, every flight, and every song seems to echo the perfection in creation's plan for this heavenly land. However, like many other creations, New Zealand's fauna also faces significant challenges. The arrival of humans and the invasion of predators have altered the natural balance that once existed. But today, there are people making relentless efforts to protect these precious species, ensuring the survival of these marvelous creations. As we explore New Zealand's forests and mountains, the beauty of creation still shines even in the face of challenges. This video discusses some representative bird species of the beautiful island nation of New Zealand. The kiwi is perhaps the most adorable bird in this island nation and a true national symbol. Living in dense forests and being nocturnal, kiwi use their keen sense of smell to find food. This is quite rare among birds. Furthermore, their feathers resemble hair, giving these flightless birds an interesting appearance. Due to the absence of native predators, kiwi didn't need to fly. This contributed to their evolution into ground-dwelling birds. New Zealand is the only place in the world with kiwi birds. The absence of natural predators allowed kiwi to develop in a safe environment until humans arrived. However, the invasion of species like dogs and cats has threatened the survival of this unique bird, prompting current conservation programs to make every effort to protect kiwi and their habitats. The fight to protect kiwi is a clear example of how human intervention can both destroy and restore ecosystems. The kakapo is also one of New Zealand's rare nocturnal birds. Having evolved in an environment without enemies, they developed into ground-dwelling birds incapable of flight. This makes kakapo vulnerable when humans arrived and brought predators like cats and stoats. Currently, kakapo is one of the world's most critically endangered birds, with fewer than 250 individuals remaining. Conservation efforts for kakapo are intensive, focusing on creating safe areas where these birds can live without facing threats. Kakapo are also the longest living parrot species, with some individuals reaching over 90 years of age. Their breeding cycle depends on the fruit production of a particular tree species. Therefore, reproduction only occurs every 2 to 4 years. This makes increasing their population more difficult. Conserving kakapo requires continuous monitoring and careful care to ensure they can thrive. Culturally, kakapo has become a symbol of perseverance in New Zealand. Local people and conservationists worldwide have joined forces to save this remarkable bird. Documentation and awareness campaigns have helped the public better understand the importance of protecting kakapo and other endangered animals in New Zealand. Although the status of this special parrot is currently concerning, it still represents hope that with persistent efforts, even the most vulnerable species can be saved. The takahe is a rare bird once thought to be extinct until it was rediscovered in 1948. This large bird is another testament to New Zealand's unique fauna, having developed without pressure from predators. The rediscovery of takahe was an important milestone in New Zealand's conservation history, and since then, protection efforts for this species have been widely implemented. Currently, there are fewer than 500 takahe individuals, living in protected areas and closely monitored. Takahe have vibrant green and blue feathers along with a powerful beak. They mainly eat grass and native plants, which makes them highly dependent on specific ecosystems. The decline of natural habitat is the main reason for this species' decrease, and the recovery of takahe depends on strong conservation efforts. And their revival shows that even species once thought extinct can be recovered, although their future remains uncertain, and increasing their population remains a top priority. The kokako is one of New Zealand's characteristic birds, famous for its melodious and unique song. Living mainly in forests on the North Island, this bird is known for its territorial behavior and complex calls that can be heard from afar. The kokako's song is so impressive that it has inspired many legends in Maori culture. Besides its special vocal quality, kokako also plays an important role in the ecosystem, helping disperse seeds of native plants through habitat destruction and predator invasion have caused kokako numbers to decline sharply in recent decades. Current conservation programs play a crucial role in ensuring the survival of this bird. This may include removing invasive predators and establishing conservation areas. These efforts have yielded positive results, and kokako numbers have been increasing in recent years. Kokako also has significant cultural meaning, being celebrated in Maori culture, and the recovery of their numbers is not only an environmental victory but also a cultural one. The mahua, also known as the yellowhead, is one of New Zealand's most prominent and adorable birds. They live in forests on the South Island. Mahua are known for their bright yellow plumage and flocking behavior. Unfortunately, this small bird has faced many difficulties due to habitat loss and invasion by species like rats and stoats. Their numbers have declined sharply, making mahua one of the most seriously threatened birds in New Zealand. Mahua live in flocks and have a clear social hierarchy. Their lives depend heavily on native forests. The destruction of these areas directly affects their survival. However, thanks to the establishment of predator-free sanctuaries, some mahua populations have stabilized. Close monitoring is crucial to ensure the sustainable recovery of this bird species. Conserving mahua is important not only for biodiversity but also for the health of South Island forests. The presence of mahua is an indicator of health in their habitat, and the decline of this bird is a warning for New Zealanders. The yellow-eyed penguin is one of the world's rarest and most solitary penguin species, living in coastal areas of New Zealand. Unlike other penguin species that typically live in large colonies, yellow-eyed penguins are highly territorial and often build hidden nests in coastal forests. This species faces many challenges, including habitat loss due to deforestation and invasion by species like cats and dogs, as well as pollution and climate change affecting their food sources. Currently, yellow-eyed penguin numbers are gradually decreasing, making their conservation an urgent priority. Although rare, yellow-eyed penguins also play an important role in New Zealand's coastal ecosystem, and protecting them is crucial for maintaining ecological balance in the region. Regional monitoring programs and community education are strategies being implemented to protect this special bird species. The blue duck is an endemic species of New Zealand, living only in fast-flowing rivers. The distinctive blue color of its feathers helps distinguish this. The blue duck relies entirely on fast-flowing rivers to search for food. This makes their survival closely linked to the health of New Zealand's river ecosystems. Habitat degradation and predation by invasive species like rats and stoats are also threatening the blue duck population. The main food of this duck is aquatic insects that they catch in fast-flowing water. Therefore, they have special adaptive features, such as a specialized bill that helps them feed easily in these challenging conditions. However, river pollution and the presence of invasive fish species also threaten their food sources. Conservation programs focusing on river restoration and predator control are part of broader efforts to protect the blue duck. The restoration of the blue duck's habitat is a symbol showing that conserving specific habitats can benefit overall biodiversity. The quokka is a parrot with vibrant blue feathers, living in the forests of New Zealand. This bird is known for its positive energy and ability to adapt to various environments, from dense forests to more open areas. However, the quokka has faced population decline due to predation by invasive species like rats and stoats. Besides its beautiful appearance, the quokka is a social bird, often seen in small groups. They eat fruits, seeds, and insects, playing an important role in seed dispersal in New Zealand's forests. Protecting their habitat is crucial not only for the species' survival but also for the ecological balance of the areas they inhabit. Quokka recovery programs include creating predator-free sanctuaries and breeding in captivity. These efforts have yielded promising results as this species has been reintroduced to areas where they had disappeared. The tui is one of New Zealand's most famous birds, known for its ability to mimic sounds and melodious singing. This bird has glossy feathers with blue and green hues and a distinctive white tuft under the neck. Tui live in various environments, from native forests to urban areas, demonstrating their high adaptability. The tui's diet mainly consists of nectar, fruits, and insects. This bird plays a crucial role in pollination in New Zealand forests. The presence of tui is essential for ecosystem health as they help spread pollen, promoting the reproduction of native plant species. However, habitat loss and competition with invasive species are threats to their survival. Tui holds significant cultural importance for the Maori, often mentioned in traditional songs and stories. Biodiversity but also for preserving the country. The miro is a small insect-eating bird living in New Zealand's forests, known for its agility and excellence as an insect hunter. They play a vital role in controlling pests in native forests. Miro's feathers are a mix of black and white, easily recognizable, and they often hop from branch to branch in search of food. The presence of miro is a good indicator of forest ecosystem health. Although a fairly common bird, miro still faces threats like habitat loss and predation by invasive species. Conservation programs focus on protecting the native forests where they live, ensuring this bird can continue to thrive. Reforestation of native forests is one of the key strategies to ensure the survival of miro and other New Zealand birds. Endemic birds are evidence of the country. The Aotearoa is a cuckoo species with the longest migration journey among New Zealand birds. In winter, they migrate to the South Pacific region and return to New Zealand in spring to breed. This bird is famous for its gentle singing and has a unique symbiotic relationship with other birds, often laying eggs in the nests of other birds for them to raise the young. Although the Aotearoa's brood parasitism behavior is unusual, they still play an important role in ecological balance by helping control insect populations. However, climate change and habitat loss along their migration route are threatening their survival. Conservation programs are focusing on protecting their breeding grounds in New Zealand and their wintering habitats in the Pacific. For the Maori, the Pipi Wharoa holds special cultural significance, symbolizing renewal and the start of the new season. Protecting this bird is necessary to maintain their migrations and the balance of ecosystems where they play a crucial role. The rifleman is the smallest bird in New Zealand, measuring only about 8 centimeters in length. They live in high altitude and temperate forests, where they feed on small insects and spiders. The rifleman's agile tree climbing ability makes them excellent insect hunters, playing a vital role in controlling forest pests. The rifleman is an ancient bird, belonging to one of the first roosts in New Zealand. Despite its small size, this species is robust and well adapted to forest conditions. Nevertheless, habitat decline and predation by invasive species have caused the rifleman population to decrease somewhat. Current conservation programs focus on protecting the mountain forests where they live, ensuring this special bird continues to thrive. Culturally, the rifleman symbolizes the agility and resilience of New Zealand's fauna, having overcome many challenges over the centuries. Protecting this species is necessary to maintain biodiversity and the health of the forest ecosystem. More pork. This nocturnal bird lives in forests, feeding on small animals, insects, and birds, making it an effective predator in pest control. As a nocturnal species, the moorpork plays a crucial role in New Zealand's ecosystem by maintaining the balance between prey and predators. With increasing urbanization and habitat loss, the moorpork's habitat has shrunk. However, this owl has adapted well to suburban environments where there are enough trees to provide shelter and prey. Conservation programs have helped protect remaining habitats, ensuring the moorpork can continue its role in the ecosystem. For the Maori, the moorpork holds deep spiritual significance. Its call is believed to have protective power. The tiaki, or saddleback, is an endemic bird of New Zealand, easily recognized by the reddish-brown saddle-like patch on its back. Originally widespread in New Zealand's forests, their numbers have drastically declined due to invasive predators like rats and stoats. Today, tiaki mainly live on predator-free islands and in reserves. They have complex social behaviors, often living in flocks and feeding on insects, fruits, and nectar. They play a vital role in seed dispersal and insect population control in forests. However, their dependence on pristine forest environments makes them vulnerable to habitat destruction or new predators. Conservation efforts focusing on relocating tiaki to protected islands have helped increase their numbers and begin partial population recovery. The tiaki is a prime example of how human intervention can restore threatened species from extinction. Unique New Zealand birds like the kakariki, pipi fedora, coo bird, and blue penguin are not only ecologically important but also hold deep cultural significance for indigenous people. Conserving these birds is a priority not only for environmental reasons but also to preserve New Zealanders' cultural and emotional connection to nature. The pio was one of New Zealand's finest songbirds, renowned for its melodious, enchanting song that captivated listeners. Sadly, it went extinct in the early 20th century due to habitat loss and invasive predators. The pio had special cultural meaning for the Maori, who revered its song and regarded the bird as a spiritual messenger. Its disappearance is a painful reminder of the importance of protecting native species from threats like invasive species and habitat destruction. The extinction of the Pio was largely due to the introduction of species like rats, cats, and stoats, which preyed on their eggs and chicks. Additionally, the destruction of native forests for farmland and urbanization was a key factor in their demise. Although the Pio is gone forever, its story plays a crucial role in raising awareness about wildlife conservation. The story of the Pio is often used to educate the public about the dangers of invasive species and habitat destruction. Biodiversity is essential to prevent other species from following the Pio. Now, as we learn more about New Zealand's unique wildlife, we can recognize the care and wisdom of creation in every detail of nature. Birds with vibrant colors and unique behaviors are living proof of the complexity and beauty of the natural world entrusted to us by creation. However, with this gift comes the responsibility to protect and preserve what has been given, ensuring future generations can also admire these wonders. Conserving New Zealand's birds and ecosystems is not just about protecting nature but also safeguarding the heritage left by creation. By taking conservation actions, we are not only caring for creation but also preserving a precious legacy for the future. And would you like to immerse yourself in the beautiful landscapes of New Zealand someday? Leave your answer in the comments below.
Curious? Subscribe and step through the next anomaly.